So yesterday after service, I was standing in front of the church. People were waving me, "Daddy goodbye, Daddy bye bye," those kind of stuff. And this lady walked up to me, a doctor, and she was like talking to me about other things that we were doing together. And she was like, "Daddy, are you not going?" As she saw my wife drove by, she didn't pick me. So after a while, 90% of people in the church had already gone. She later said, "Are you not driving?" I said, "I'm not driving." "You didn't come with work." Of course, it was obvious. I said, "Yes." She now said, "So that means you are going to work?" I said, "Yes." "Oh," she said, "Oh, I like that." And when she said, "I like that," that really touched me like an encouragement, something. So it gave me extra reason to want to do the work, because after you finish the kind of program that we do, you are tired, weak. The fact that I told you our programs are like high energy programs, and we do a lot of screaming, jumping, and shouting, and that is it. OB5, Alpha, I'm doing my work. So she was like, "I like it." And now, what did she like? She liked the fact that I was going to do the walking. I became encouraged. Like I said, after our services, mostly high energy, shouting, screaming, prayers, and a lot of Nigerian movements. I mean, body movement, if you know the way we Nigerians pray. Now, what I'm trying to get across to you is that after the service, I was actually very, very, very tired. I had all the excuses in this world not to go for this walk, but we are gone beyond excuses. I have made a commitment to myself before I left the house that I was going to walk back to our area after the service. I'm not driving. I told my wife, "Don't pick me." Most of them know that sometimes I just do that. It's not every service I do that. But this particular service, I insisted. 90% of the service, I insisted on walking back, to the house. And all the rest. Our house is not so far from the church, but it's quite some distance. So what I'm trying to bring out here is, I want you to live a life where you are committed to your commitments. You can stand by your word. You should be able to say, "This is what I want to do, and I will do it." Because what I notice in life is, if you go soft on something, what you're supposed to do, you don't do it. Tomorrow, you are going to go soft on another thing. The day after, you are also going to go soft another thing again. Before you know it, you now begin to live a life where you discover that the things you're supposed to do, you have not developed a body of excuses, especially when you are in this age bracket of after 60. If you don't learn to be committed to your commitments, it may become a problem. If you allow this to go, you allow the next thing to go. Before you know it, you have things you're supposed to do, but you are not doing them. So that's why I insist on staying committed to my commitments. There are days in the morning when you wake up, I don't feel like going for the exercise. I don't feel like walking. I have an excuse of saying, "I have just preached, I'm tired, my body doesn't feel like it." But I have learned that discipline, especially at after 60, is very, very high. If you go soft on one thing, you go soft on another thing. This is the thing that keeps me going. And now for her to say that I like it is for me like an extra, like giving me more adrenaline. It's like therapy for me to continue to do what I am doing. You see, one thing I'm afraid about is, okay, not that a morbid fear, but I don't want to see is having a life in future whereby I have to chair walk, wall walk, hold the chair to walk, hold the wall to move around, or have an assisted this thing. Well, if medically some things happen like that to people, I'm not smoking them. But I have realized that for me to have a fit body as I enter into the evening of my years, one of the things I need to stay committed to is moving my joints regularly, going for walk, getting my heart beating, exercising, and all of these things require discipline, requires commitment, requires doing what you need to do. I don't want to have a situation whereby I become a problem to anybody or depend on anybody. I'll do my best, give my best to do what I need to do, exercise myself for as long as I can. So I don't know whether this makes sense to you. If you go soft on one thing, you go soft on the other thing. You go soft on one thing, you go soft on the other thing. Before you know it, you are somewhere sitting on the chair, lying on the bed, remote control in your hand, binge walking, something like a Netflix or any of these things. So that's what I'm talking about, and that's also why I got up. This one, it was okay. Let me share what happened to me yesterday after service. I want to encourage you, if you are above 60, to stop the sedentary kind of life. Check the lifestyle you are living. Are you sitting down for too much? Don't be a push and start. If they don't tell you, mommy, you have been sitting for too long, daddy, you have been sitting for too long, you won't get up. Don't be a push and start. Be a kick and go. Just like you started, boom, and all of a sudden you start moving. So this is what I want to share with you. Get disciplined about what you have promised yourself you are going to do. Make sure you work on your exercise, simple ones, and if you start to walk or do any exercise, your body begins to pain you, leave it. If I feel any twinge or pain anywhere, I'll stop what I'm doing and go sit down. Every time I go on the walk like this, I only have extra transport in my hand. Of course, you know I'm using my phone. So if there's a problem, I can call a taxi, carry me home, or I can call my wife to come get me. It's also why I walk a particular route, so that if in an emergency situation they need to look for me, they know exactly where to go to look for me. So it's all about discipline. It's all about being focused. It's all about insisting on doing what you promised yourself. Because after 60, there are so many things that can just slide away, and before you know it, you're not doing what you're supposed to do. So that's what I want to share with you. Let me have your own life experiences. What did you commit yourself to? Don't get slow. Don't get old that quickly. Don't allow the old man to come in. What I mean by that is, don't say I'm now old and now sit down. Yes, you can delegate duties, but there are some things you can also do for yourself, especially if you have time on yourself. So don't allow the old to come in. I'm tired, I'm getting old, I'm retired, all those kind of talk. You are telling your body to shut down. What I've seen about the human body is it will give to you what you demand of it. So let me have your own life experiences. I don't know whether what I said makes sense to you, but I just thought I could share with you. She said she liked it. It's for me an extra encouragement. So I'll see you in the next video, but let's have your experiences.